immediate side.
You're in trouble.
It's Open House Thursday, and Yovi, welcome to the show. I am Obiajile Olabisi Ubo, and as usual, I have the ladies with me. The way I'm laughing like this, people will know who is in the house. Why can't you build it? I've come with your wahala this morning. How you doing?
I'm very fine, thank you.
Okay.
And it is not wahala, it's just I'm lamenting my own lament. May God let me not enter trouble with those people.
It's a prayer.
It's a prayer. Oh. It's a very serious prayer. Oh.
But how you doing anyways? What's going on with you?
What's going on with me? It's a bit sad for me today. A cousin of Theo's passed away. They're burying him today.
Oh, wow.
Young. You know.
Was he ill?
He was ill. I think he was ill from the way I heard it. By the time they took him to the hospital, he was pronounced dead on arrival.
Jesus.
You know. So the father is really, really down.
May his
First
soul
son.
rest in peace. First son. Hey, whoa.
And he's the one that really looks like his father, you know.
It's so sad.
Quite
May his soul
sad.
rest in perfect peace.
Amen.
Well,
Amen.
so you are off to the...
As soon as we leave, I will be late, but I must at least pay my last
We'll
respects.
show your support. Well done. Nima Akashat Zibiri, how you doing?
I'm fine. Sorry about the loss.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm still on the FHA story. So FHA have closed First
I
Avenue
hope the
gate.
mic is working.
It is, I made sure. They closed First Avenue gate and the entire First Avenue entrance. I have to find my way to the maternal and child care center. That's the shorter exit, but now we have to go and do roll around to get there. It is terrible because from the Third Avenue entrance to that hospital, no road. The road's not good. You'll be going, instead of you to go on a short road, you'll be going up and down. And even the up and down, they couldn't ameliorate it. Until now, the entrance remains closed because the work is already done, but I don't know how many weeks they want to come, maybe a whole year before they do that. I thought that because they've closed that road, they'll quickly start the arranging of those interlocks that they put in the middle of the road. Because I was thinking they wanted to do the road as well as the entrance. But with no work, no activities happening.
What is happening to you?
What?
You see, if you don't suffer before they do it, you will not appreciate it
When they have
done it.
Wisdom.
Okay, wisdom.
Wisdom will not fail you.
Apologies. We have suffered enough. You know. And I don't think they live in Festac. The people in charge of it, I don't think they live there. I want them to come and call me out and say, see my house address. I'll go there and verify that there's somebody in there 24/7 and it is them. I'll go and verify it. Because the way Festac is as if there's no government.
Wow.
As if
No presence.
come and see Satellite Town. I used to call out the Moriade chairperson of LCDA, but come to Satellite Town. You have no business right in front of her. But I just zoom to my school and come back. I don't have time because everywhere is fully done. The abandonment of Festac people, the lackadaisical attitude of the FHA there.
Oh my goodness.
It's painful.
But they are busy. You see the activities they are selling on the other side, all the roads they are selling that one. You see people building, but inside the place where human beings are living, it's like the animals there. They don't care.
Now, as well. How you doing, Miriam?
I'm doing good. So I have a funny story. Outside my bathroom window, my mango tree is really tall. And there was this mango that's been hanging for almost a month. I've been
Waiting for it to ripe.
Yes, waiting for it to
Did I
ripe.
come to your house?
Every time I see it, I'm like, oh, good, it's looking good. Last night, I saw it. I was like, oh, this is ripe right now. Tomorrow morning, I'm going to make sure that I ask them to pluck it. I woke up this morning and
They are
the
eating
birds,
it.
the birds,
That's why you don't wait.
Yeah, but it was last night.
You will
I
use
noticed
bamboo and cut
it
it or
was
something.
too
You will
late.
finish ripening
And
on
it's
your
so-
table.
And it was just a little out of reach from my bathroom window. Like I can't quite get it. You have to get it down from. And the birds got there before
So the
me.
birds have been
This
watching.
morning.
As you are watching, the
Yes!
birds have been watching.
Yes.
They see Auntie Annie.
And it's huge, like really
What
big.
Miriam is describing
Right.
is common in Obadori, my father's
you
house.
see birds.
We have our pawpaws. Once your pawpaw is about to ripe, if you ripens, the bird will visit you.
Yeah.
If we have monkeys too, they will first you get there. So once I see that the thing is robust, it doesn't have to ripe now. Stick at the thing, drop am down. You go right finish inside.
On your table.
Because I'm really upset.
I bet they look on you. They look
Yes,
on you.
and they have vantage points. They have wings. They are right there on the tree.
You have speed.
Who gets there first?
Yeah.
And you're like a donor, you would have collected
in
the
our own house,
granite
it's bats that eat all
from
the
Nima to
all
fly
the
there and go and pluck your thing yourself.
from the almond tree. It's bats. Our own is bats. Can you imagine bats? Not even birds. Same is bird. I will say it's no one that fly in the night.
Whitey, don't say anything
even
bad
start.
about birds.
We have to
Yeah.
go to
I say it's
Bats are
not
good,
birds.
The way you
Bats.
said it is like
Even bats are good too, please.
I know. I didn't say they are not good. I said they are eating all the fruits in the tree.
Let's go on a short break. When we come back to take the newspaper reviews. Stay with us.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Paper reviews with the nation. Major headline: Federal government indicts Fubara in bombing of oil pipeline. AGF explains why decision on emergency rule was taken. Situation in Rivers not same as in Borno orders in 2013. Suspended governor out of government house, Ibas sworn in. Court vacates order on Natasha, recall process begins. Federal government injects 32.8 billion into basic health care. FCCPC explains role in consumer rights. FCTA to take possession of 4,794 revoked Abuja properties. Dangote's planned sale of petrol in dollar raises pump price hike fears. And that's NACA assures of uninterrupted HIV drug supply. Protests in Akure over death of 5. What do we have in the nation?
I can start with the National Agency for Control of AIDS, NACA, has assured Nigerians, especially those living with HIV, that the country has taken steps to maintain a steady supply of antiretroviral drugs. The DG, Temitope Ilori, said that despite recent concerns, that has been raised by World Health Organization, the federal government have taken proactive steps to prevent any potential shortage of HIV medication. They said that FEC approved over $1 billion to finance the healthcare sector under the Human Capital Opportunities for Prosperity and Equity, that's HOPE program. She also added that the government approved 4.8 billion naira for HIV treatment, while the Senate allocated another 300 billion naira to the health sector in this year's budget. So these allocations are part of government's effort to cushion the impact of the U.S. government aid pause and close the immediate funding gap. They said that they want to assure Nigerians, particularly those living with HIV, that there's no shortage of drugs and consumables and no immediate stop of services for HIV treatment, testing and prevention in Nigeria. NACA remains committed to the fight against HIV/AIDS, ensuring that all Nigerians have quality HIV prevention, treatment and care services. Our treatment centers, pharmacies will continue to have sufficient antiretroviral drugs, ensuring uninterrupted access to care.
Okay, so I have the major headline. Some people. Federal government indicts Fubara in bombing of oil pipeline. So the AGF was speaking to pressmen after the president had declared the state of emergency in Rivers State, and he was saying that this was due to how the governor had comported himself. He said that there was what I call telegraphing of militants by the governor, according to the AGF. He initially suggested that he would be calling on them to let them know when it was time to act, and they quoted the March 5 declaration of the inauguration of the government staff quarters by the governor. The AGF said that at that event, the governor, now let me quote, said to the people, I remember taking this news myself, and now he's recording again, said the governor had said, you people should know that because no matter how we've been fooled in this state, it has gotten to a point where this state has decided to take their destiny in their hands. In as much as I don't subscribe to violence, when the time comes for us to take a decision, I will lead the cause for that decision. Let me say it again, I am not scared of anything. The worst that will happen is for me to leave the office. It is not that I am leaving Earth. Is it going to stop me from existing? So I am not bothered about that, but the right thing must be done and said when the opportunity is given to us. Let me thank everyone, especially our youth. Be strong, don't be perturbed. I assure you that at the right time, you will get instructions. And they blamed him for the pipelines that were vandalized. Because of that, they quoted the FG quoted the two pipelines that were vandalized in the state, saying that at the time they were done, it was not even bothered. And FG went on to talk about the importance of the oil-rich state to the economy of Nigeria. He said, at this time in Nigeria, we know how important oil is to the country and how we rely heavily on that for our national, economically, how we rely heavily on that, and that we cannot watch people to continue like that. And he completely quoted everything the governor said on that particular day. The governor on his own has come out to say he's innocent, did not tell any boys to do anything, but then they are insisting that because the president had also exhausted every means. At the time, the FG said he had, invited all the parties, tried to come in between them. He also had assembled them to mediate between them, but nothing produced results in the state, and he cannot continue to watch the state get out of hand before he acted. And so the AG says the president acted timeously, and he was doing that to save the people.
I'm surprised he didn't talk about all Wike's antecedents when he was giving that. He was only talking about the governor. He did not talk about Wike had heavy. He gave a press conference. He went to the town with soldiers. Come on, let's be fair. Let's be fair when we are saying this thing. I'm not exonerating. I'm not exonerating the governor. I am just stating facts as we saw them.
But the AGF is only advising the president, not Wike. He is now telling Nigerians why the president had to do a declared state of emergency in a state facing his work.
Yeah, so we have to move on.
I have
a story.
Yeah, I have but I can take it in another paper if
No, go ahead.
Okay, I was going to take the protests that rock in Ondo State. The farmers went to the governor's house. Protesters, not the farmers, went to the governor's house to protest the killings of farmers by herdsmen. They even took the corpses to the governor's house. They shut down the whole road. There was gridlock. And they were complaining. They said they were killed in the early hours of Wednesday by armed herdsmen, and nothing is being done. They accused the police in the council area and of not making any arrests since the killing started 2 weeks ago. So this has been going on for like 2 weeks, and they demanded to see the governor. The deputy governor came out and urged them to remain peaceful. They are going to deploy Amotekun there, and that they are going to make them, the farmers, they should choose themselves now who will be in charge So
To secure
let's
themselves.
to secure themselves with the help of Amotekun and the police.
I wish them the best. So Amotekun has been functional there.
Yeah, when Akeredolu was alive, to be very honest, Akeredolu really made sure that security in Ondo State was. So I think he should take a leaf out of Akeredolu's book and implement. Yeah.
So I have a story here. Dangote Petroleum Refinery yesterday announced temporary stoppage of the sale of its petroleum products in Naira, raising concerns over possible disruptions of the pricing and stability of the petroleum market. The management of Dangote Refinery in a statement said that the decision to temporarily halt the sale of petroleum products in Naira was to avoid financial mismatch between sales proceeds in Naira and crude oil purchase obligations, which are currently denominated in Naira. So it said, to date, our sales of petroleum products in Naira have exceeded the value of Naira denominated crude we have received. And as a result, they have to find a way to temporarily stop it so that they do not make so much loss. You know, it's a business decision as far as I'm concerned. But a lot of people are, you know, sort of criticizing it. They are saying that this may affect, you know, the sale of petroleum right now. We've been saying that it's been reducing, the prices have been coming down. But now that he wants to stop, you know, selling to them in Naira because the crude they have given to him in Naira don't exhaust. So he needs to be able to meet up with the international standard. If he's going to be buying crude in dollars, he has to sell in dollars to be able to make it. It's simply a business decision. So I think
it's
the federal government should look into how he should get more
they are
crude
not giving
in
him
Naira.
the oil from here.
Yes.
Maybe they will say it has been bombed in the rivers.
Hey, now wow.
Abi? That's why they can't give him. And then they should tell us why they can't give him.
We'll take a breather here.
Okay.
When we come back, we continue the newspaper reviews. Stay with us.
Stay tuned. Your view will be right back.
It is important in life's little moments. Strong teeth can help, even if they get her into trouble sometimes. A great smile is useful to break the ice, and making friends is easier when you know you have fresh breath. I give my family confidence with Pepsodent Triple Protection 123.
With us. TVC Communications, Nigeria's leading independent broadcast company, has been officially designated as a great place to work. Over the past 3 years, we have transformed our workplace into one which is respectful, caring, rewarding, and provides great benefits to all our 500 employees. We thank our team for giving us the chance to show that partnership between employer and employee really works. TVC Communications, officially designated as a great place to work, and now the only broadcasting and media company, not just in Nigeria, but throughout continental Africa, to be fully certified. TVC Communications, a great Nigerian company, a great Nigerian place to work.
Do you think you can outplay me in this game of wits and knowledge? Can you go 7 rounds without flinching? I meant answering 7 questions correctly. How well can you hold your liquor? If you're curious, then join us for the most exciting conversation and games with your favorite celebrities on 7 of 7.
Welcome to Pure Entertainment.
Welcome back. We're still reviewing the papers. The Punch. Federal government deploys 10,000 troops against vandals as opposition NLC protests. Fresh explosion in Rivers. PDP protest as AGF APC threaten emergency rule extension. Naira for crude. Fuel price hike looms as Dangote NNPCL talks fail. Minimum wage NYSC to spend 307.6 billion on corpus mobilization. Stop military attacks on discos, Adelabu tells NSA. Sanwo-Olu unveils new blocks of classrooms in Ikorodu. Police confirm death of inspector, 12 gunmen in fierce battle. Mohbad's brother, friend arrested outside Lagos court. PDP tackles APC as Kogi constituents begin Natasha's recall. What stories do we have in the
So
Punch?
the Minister for Power have decided to write to the NSA according to his special advisor on strategic communications, media relations, Mr. Bolaji Tunji. He said, asking the NSA to take action and stop the military attacks on the discos. He says, referring to the attack on the Eco Disco Badagry, office in Badagry, in Tupo, Badagry, Lagos State. He says that this was, as a result of the non-consequence of the initial one at the Ikeja Disco in, headquarters in Ikeja. And he's asking the NSA, Malam Nuru Ribadu, to intervene by calling security operatives to order and ordering, and adding that there are ways such issues must be handled without resorting to violence. I think that, extensively, it should also be demanding that they are court-martialed.
Exactly.
It should be beyond this.
We're moving to
paddy talk, because it's all sounding like paddy talk.
Yeah.
You should be petitioning the NSA to order the chief of army staff to do the needful.
Yes.
Find out the men on these troops and the barracks and court-martial them for that. Because except you authorize that is a way to handle your people. But if you are saying government condemns, the government will say they condemn something.
We don't see the condemnation for action.
Without consequence, it will continue to happen.
Yeah, so police in Benue State have confirmed the death of 12 bandits and sadly one police officer, Inspector Tefa, in Buruku local government area of the state. They said that 19th of March, about 200 hours, while some of the operatives were on their way to a criminal hideout at Agwabi Tombo Ward in the area, they ran into an ambush that was laid by the bandits, the police, and then they engaged the police in a fierce gun duel. Thank God the police had superior firepower and they were able to neutralize 12 of the bandits, but sadly they had one casualty on the police side. They also recovered some items from them. They said AK-47 rifles, rounds of live ammunition, camouflage, uniforms, and all sorts of charms. And they they've taken their bodies to the morgue, and you know they've been identified, they were confirmed dead. So thank God this ended, you know, I can say a bit of victory on our side, you know, but for the loss of the one police officer, may his soul rest in peace.
Amen.
So I took the story of Mohbad's brother, the younger brother of the late singer. Mohbad was arrested by operatives of the Nigerian police on the premises of the magistrates' court in the Ogba area of Lagos. His name is Adura. He was whisked away on Wednesday alongside a friend, Ibrahim Kole Osho, also known as King White. After attending the court, it was, according to him, he sold a phone to one Damilola Ayinde. Then there's a Yomi Fabi who gave a press briefing in January against the brother, saying he had filed a petition saying Adura said he had this video of how Mohbad died. When they asked him for the video, they needed the video for evidence. He says, that they should give him 3 million naira in Bitcoin in exchange for the video evidence.
Wow.
But Adura has denied it, saying his phone was stolen by this Ayinde, and it was Ayinde that was
sending the messages.
Okay. So meanwhile, after they arrested him, the mother started crying in a viral video that was monitored by their correspondent, pleading for help to locate her son. In the video, she could be heard wailing inside the vehicle, claiming that the actor Yomi Fabi and one Sam Jojo orchestrated the abduction.
Yeah, I was going to say that Yomi Fabi sounds familiar.
Yeah,
that
actor. Yeah. We say you know everything happened.
I think he is even the one that's against the wife from
the beginning.
Yeah, it was one that called
the
her.
First few videos he ever did was talking against. Let's move on now to the Daily Sun. Rivers emergency tempers flare in National Assembly. Fubara knocks kudos trail Tinubu's action. Price surge imminent as Dangote refinery halts petrol sale in Naira. Okpebolo predicts landslide victory for Tinubu in 2027. Court vacates order declaring Natasha's suspension as void. Correctional centers inmates in terrible conditions, according to the panel. Ibas takes oath of office as Rivers administrator. What do we have in the Daily Sun?
Let's take Natasha quickly. So the Federal High Court in Abuja had granted Senator Natasha interim order declaring her suspension by the Nigerian Senate as null and void, but they had to now set aside that order because the Senate has brought their own case before the same court. They've been able to now hear both sides, and the first application by the lawyer representing the Senate is to vacate that order in the interest of fair hearing, which the court had to do, that they can now both.
What do you mean by vacate order?
Yes. Move it aside. It's no longer null and void.
Oh,
it's not so the matter. They go into the matter in detail.
Oh, okay.
So now both lawyers are now going to come and argue their case clearly. So she had gone before. When she go, they will hear only her and then grant her the interim order. Okay. When the other party now enters their own defense, the court will now do that. So which is what happened.
But there's another part.
Also, the Kogi State people have started to sign. I hope Kogi will know saying I recall na the sign. Because that he's looking for they didn't. I don't think he was, but they said that dissatisfied people of Kogi are presently signing a recall process against Senator Natasha because they are not pleased with her representation. They said that it is carried out beyond party lines, and they are doing it because her representation and performance has not addressed key issues such as poverty, infrastructure, education, and all of that. The chieftain of the PDP, Abdurrahman Badamasi, had last week called on the electorate voters in Kogi Central District of Kogi State to shun the planned verification exercise to recall Apote Uduaga, but now that is ongoing. And I'm looking at the crowd and the videos. I'm thinking,
I watched.
Come and sign.
Do they understand what they are saying?
You will know that they don't know what they are doing. They were lifting up their. I'm sure they have told them that. So they interviewed 2 people, and those 2 people said they told them to come for empowerment. When they reached there, they now told them
to sign,
to bring their voters card, and they said, for empowerment, why do we need voters card? So they took a step back, said no, they are not going to. So those ones,
majority of the people there will not understand.
they will
what
not.
they're
I said they brought out their voters card. They were doing like this.
Jesus,
They are doing like this. So I'm sure they have told them, if you bring your voters card, you collect
Something.
a bag of rice or I don't know what they have promised them, but you will know that they did not know. When somebody was filming some of those signing, one was looking at them like, why are you filming me now? Well, you know,
They've set people.
my vessels, when they walk like this.
We
No,
have
they
to go,
attempted the same
unfortunately.
for-
really?
Just pray you don't
We have
enter
to go.
their trouble.
Who has the audit panel to federal government? Are prisons in deplorable conditions?
do.
Okay, please take that.
The federal government
That's
visitation
Vanguard.
panel on nation's custodial centers. They've drawn the attention of the Attorney General and Minister of Justice to the pathetic condition of correctional centers. Because we don't have time, let me see if I can just get there straight. They said that that first of all, sorry. Okay, so I need to say that there was a panel that was set up, and we have Prince Lateef Agbemi, SAN, Fakwaunda is the one that is leading that particular panel, Mr. Olawale Fakwaunda. And so what he says that auditing the prisons, they interface with different categories of inmates, found their conditions to be unpalatable, lack of legal representation. Most of the inmates are suffering ailments that the prison authorities could not bear the cost of medication. And they're asking that, the federal government, the AGF, to come to the rescue of Nigerian prisons and their inmates to alleviate their poor conditions. They're also saying that the conditions are deplorable. Inmates come out with and they need to come out with concrete remedy that will make life bearable for the inmates. Anyway, prisons conditions terrible.
Not looking good at all. Yeah.
Federal government needs to look into it.
All right, let's take a short break now. Thank you, ladies, for your contributions. When we come back, we move into our special feature for today. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
I suppose don't be one medical.
At this point, I contest my jam.
I want to close the show.
I can go. I can.
That's all we can take. Ejeki, close the show.
Ladies and gentlemen, number one, Unavailable by Davido featuring Musa Keys.
We also have today's chef special.
Yo, shiny, yeah. Say recap done, and it's time for number one on the countdown. One of Nigeria's hottest artists right now, his name is Rema, and this one is called Charm. Check it out.
For dessert and a bit of nightcap, we have the nighttime and online specials. I want to start the gym, yeah? But do you know one thing that's actually keeping me back? You should start the gym to get fat. Cricket.
She says she does pole dancing to empower women.
What's the difference? There's a difference.
That's what I'm saying. So pole dancer,
you're already almost naked. You're already almost naked.
No, it's the empowerment for me.
Sex can make a relationship better.
No.
Sex can never be overrated.
It is needed.
Especially when it's good sex too.
Almost every guy has been with somebody's girlfriend.
But they are for all of us now.
That's why you're still single.
I would not agree or disagree with that because I don't want to get into trouble. I have a home to go to.
Your next question.
Oh, you ready to fail?
Who is the better? You see us. What is it?
That woman.
Bam!
Yeah,
Today we'll go here.
Hey.
Let's catch up now.
I'm sure we've been able to satisfy your cravings, yeah? Stay tuned. Entertainment for pure entertainment.
Now you can catch up with your favorite programs on TVC. Log on to www.youtube.com/TVC Entertainment. Join the fun.
TVC Communications, Nigeria's leading independent broadcast company, has been officially designated as a great place to work. Over the past 3 years, we have transformed our workplace into one which is respectful, caring, rewarding, and provides great benefits to all our 500 employees. We thank our team for giving us the chance to show that partnership between employer and employee really works. TVC Communications, officially designated as a great place to work, and now the only broadcasting and media company not just in Nigeria but throughout continental Africa to be fully certified. TVC Communications, a great Nigerian company, a great Nigerian place to work.
Thanks for staying with us. On this segment, still commemorating International Women's Month theme, Accelerate Action, we will be talking about how we as women are making game-changing strides in the society, in our homes, in our workplaces, and several other areas. You can join the conversation and call us on 02016 352013 or 09024163440, or tweet us at TVC Connect using the hashtag YourViewTVC. Tell us how you have been making amazing strides in your home, in your kitchen, in your bedroom, everywhere. So let me start. I've not had food in my house for a bit, and I've been very busy. I usually get my sister, who's a caterer, to come make soups for us in the house, but they just eat the soup anyhow because I'm always dieting, right? And I just felt, okay, let me reduce on the soups. They can chew bread, you know. They can eat yam. They can eat other things. The soups actually cost a lot because then you have to buy meat, okporoko, and all those things. And then she came up with this recipe for me where she seasons the meat with just seasoning without salt. And we tried it, and the taste was just so different. And now I'm craving, you know, the soup again, so that she comes to make it for me. So hopefully this weekend I have to beg her to come and help me cook something so that at least there will be food in the house. But the fact that she found a way to just season, normally you season with every other thing, including salt, but now no salt. Just use the ordinary seasoning for the meat, and then the taste usually comes out different.
Wow.
Yeah.
What a giant stride.
Yeah.
Really?
It is,
Yeah.
actually.
You know why it's a giant
is.
stride?
Yeah.
Because salt is supposed to, especially as we get older, salt is supposed to be bad for you.
Is it?
Yeah.
They are different.
Too much salt is supposed to be bad for you. So, and in this part of the world, we eat a lot of salt.
So they say.
So I think you guys will now start to grow up healthy
without plenty salt.
Without plenty salt.
What's your giant stride?
I was just about to ask you your own giant stride.
You're older than me.
That's why you should.
I can learn from you.
You are the giant on this table, YK. Tell us. When last did you cook, YK? Let's start from there.
Yes.
When last did I cook?
Let's do the entire kitchen.
You cook.
My wife makes very good groundnut soup.
So
I
I've
can say
heard.
that.
But I've not
I
tasted.
know.
When will you host me again?
We are asking one question.
Yes.
I'm going to another one.
So
When last
tell
did
us.
you
So you can use the opportunity to invite us.
She cooks only when she wants to host her
Let
friends.
YK speak.
Oh my, this one. Nima, don't mind them. Tell me your giant strike. Don't mind
My
them.
giant tried yesterday, Jerry.
Yeah.
I was
What did
craving
you do?
the very ouchy groundnut soup.
Okay.
So I cleaned my kitchen. I started, because now we're doing last 10 days. And so I don't know, I've lost night's sleep. So I started cleaning my kitchen at 3 a.m. Cleaned it as I was cooking. I found some old groundnut. I have old groundnut, things that I didn't know I had. I brought them out, cleaned them, and decided, okay, these groundnuts must go today. I roasted them. I made groundnut soup yesterday, but I didn't have the energy for
To pound.
the pounded yam that will do with it. So
But you have a pounder now.
I do, but I still didn't have the energy again because that's at the time close to breaking of the fast. I was really tired.
Oh, okay.
So the drama happened. I'm going to banter about the drama because I had to send Imran to market to buy bitter leaf and buy the pepper
Imran,
soup
little
spice.
Imran.
8 years,
Child labor.
So I gave him a list. No, my street is not, I don't live in Lekki.
Okay,
So
please.
we're very communal.
Okay.
And so I wrote him a paper, a list, and elders no longer direct children. Now elders sit down and children will just get lost. So I wrote him a list and I told him, go to EJ's shop. EJ is my number one person. He got there, met her husband who was sleeping and just thought to tell him, we don't have everything on the list. And the boy knew that if he came home, I would then insist that then you should have bought it, And so he just went on his own, decided whoever he liked that sells the same thing, and bought them. And so there's a way the ouchi soup would smell. When I use the original spices, from the entrance downstairs, people will know I'm cooking that soup. But the spices, when he brought it out, was already blended, and I put my nose like this. I didn't
have that smell.
I didn't dare put it inside my pot. So I went outside, I went to go and confront them. And they said, he didn't come here. Rather than say he came and I misdirected him. Eventually, I bought the things from them, blended them, and went back home. And then brought him around to pay. And I said, did you go to EJ's shop? I said, of course I went there. I said, you don't know EJ? I said, I know the shop. No, stupid mommy. Let's go there. And when we got there, I said, which of them they told you that they don't have? He said, they say they don't have. I said, it's not possible. They said they didn't see you. He said, mommy, let's go there. And he pointed to the adult man.
Away.
I said, Oga, you're an agbaya, complete one. Because, when we were little, an adult would clarify and it would be the truth. You didn't have to tell me you didn't see the boy. You saw him, you misled him. Say it as you did.
Yeah.
Imagine that I didn't take him back. And my mother's style, I would have beaten him for going to the wrong place.
So the giant stride now.
I giant
stride all the way.
I fought for my child and came home and made my groundnut soup very, very, with all the dried pomo. I made it with smoked guinea fowl. I cooked giants. Giant in my pot.
Oh, Jesus.
And I made it with a lot of crayfish and smoked fish.
And your husband broke his fast happily.
Giantly.
Giantly.
And he couldn't even have my time. It was
All right, Mary, your giant stride.
I took some giant strides down memory lane. I went on my photos and videos to see some of the things that I had cooked in the past that, and I had posted. And I noticed that, I had done some very interesting things, And sometimes, you're moving so fast, so quickly ahead, you don't stop to recognize the work that you have put in. So yesterday afforded me the time to just sit down, reflect, and pat myself on the back for something. So some of my giant strides were, some very nice meals that I've cooked for my family. I like to say I don't like to cook, but my mom, when she visited one time, said, you say you don't like to cook, but you're here all the time. But I do like to cook when I have my family.
I'd love to meet your mom.
I would love for you to meet her. And, I love it when, I have family around and people are around.
And you cook for them.
And I cook for them. And I am proud to say that my family thinks I'm the best cook in the world.
They never tasted other people's food.
I should be
Excuse
your
me.
family, you have to be the best cook in the world.
Can you imagine
child?
Such a hater. You say you never they never taste other people's food.
Is it because what is it?
Did she not just do the same to me just now? I've been waiting for my opportunity to go at her. So they never taste other people's food.
No, they
but
have.
you're a very good cook.
They have.
Me, I've never tasted millions. I only tasted Obiajilu's food.
I'm so lucky. I've tasted all of
One day,
them.
Obiajilu cook one food for me like this. I said, my dear,
my local soup.
Well, she hasn't done it for me again since then.
I've not had time.
She hasn't taken the giant stride.
Yes, it needs a new one for 2025.
Ministry.
I'll repent.
And me, I'm going to give you something. I'm going to take a giant stride towards you.
Please
I'll
take
cook
that
something.
giant stride towards me.
Thank you, ladies,
Giant stride soups.
for speaking giantly. We have to take
Me, I took a giant stride backwards. I give someone money to cook food for me for with fish. Very nice. I did 7 kilometers exercise.
Whoa.
And then I finished it with a bang.
Ew.
Is that not a giant stride?
It is a giant stride. Let's take a giant break now. So that when we come back, we'll move on to other topics for today. Stay with us.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Ramadan is a time of sharing light, joy, and nourishment. Let's share more than meals. Let's share moments that bring us together. Hollandia, lighting hearts, homes, and communities.
When you choose Golden Penny Semovita, you eat with kings. Golden Penny Semovita remains my soup's first choice because it is made from premium wheat and fortified with vitamins and minerals to provide a wholesome bowl food that is easy to mold, smooth to swallow, and pairs well with a variety of Nigerian soups. Choose Golden Penny Semovita, my soup's first choice.
Mr. Chef Mixed Spices Seasoning Cube don't land with all your rich spices where you love inside one cube. Mr. Chef Mixed Spices Seasoning Cube. Spice mix exactly the way you like them. They available for seasoning cube. Try them today.
Mom, you see, you taught me well. In today's world, we forget what truly connects us.
I need my family to come together.
Devon Kings, bringing families together, one bite at a time.
No phones at my table.
This reminds me of the good old days. Thank you for keeping to the family traditions.
Thank you, Mama.
Devon Kings, taste that binds.
Do you think you can outplay me in this game of wits and knowledge? Can you go 7 rounds without flinching? I meant answering 7 questions correctly. How well can you hold your liquor? If you're curious, then join us for the most exciting conversation and games with your favorite celebrities on 7 of 7.
Welcome to Pure Entertainment. What would you like to order from our menu today? We have the regulars.
So let me go and look for my jam results.
My 280 was 320. I suppose don't be one medical.
At this point, I contest my jam results. I want to close the show. I can go. I can. That's all we can take. Etiquette, close the show.
Ladies and gentlemen, at number 1, Unavailable by Davido featuring Musa Keys.
We also have today's chef special.
Yo, shine, 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 shiny, yeah. Say recap done, and it's time for number 1 on the countdown. One of Nigeria's hottest artists right now, his name is Rema, and this one is called Charm. Kick it.
For dessert,
hello, TVC Communications, how can I help?
What makes TVC the right choice for my business?
Excellent question, sir. Let me share some exciting facts with you.
Start your day on TVC Entertainment with Wake Up Nigeria, a family and lifestyle show. Your view empowers women globally
It's your view, let it count.
Entertainment Splash delivers the hottest celebrity trends. On TVC News, we keep you informed with breaking news and in-depth analysis of events shaping the world.
I will continue to speak the truth.
TVC News at 7 and TVC News at 10 p.m. delivers the most important stories of the day. Max FM, your hit music radio station, captivates listeners daily across Lagos and Abuja, making every commute more enjoyable. Adaba 88.9 FM is not left out, as it is the voice of Southwest. And on TVC Digital, we reach to million viewers daily. All together, pulls in over 17 million viewers daily. Contact us on 0707 272 8338 or marketing at tvccommunications.tv. Partner with TVC Communications today. Let's grow together.
Doubt and fear doesn't occur at the canvas, it shows in the canvas. It shows the conation of raw ether material slabbed, stroked and molded at a pace provided by the doubt and fear. Every move way in the struggle of one to the other, merging the past to the present, brushstrokes of colors seen but not known. For when the wailing stops, the pieces settle down in abject beauty, erected for a century of a century. Speaking, advocating, protesting as the arts are meant to be.
As the morning light filters in, the Max Breakfast kickstarts your day from the bedside.
We bring you the morning vibe and plenty of ginger to start your day right.
Join us on the Max Breakfast as we help you seize your day one step at a time.
On Max Hits, we've got the ultimate playlist for you. We give you back-to-back.
And all the biggest news from the world of entertainment, only on Max Hits.
Area! What did they happen? What did they suffer? Tune into our award-winning 102.3 Max FM.
Lagos, Nigeria, you're welcome to the Max Drive.
Whether you're there for inside motor, you're there for inside traffic, we're there for you with a Max Drive.
You know what it is. It's the Max House Party. King Dion, DJ Charlie Shee. Let's go!
102.3 Max FM. Hit music for Lagos.
Thanks for staying with us. So in continuation of International Women's Day celebration, we have a guest in the building who has come to join us gist today. Dr. Janet Adetu, certified and credentialed executive and transformative coach, leadership presence strategist, corporate etiquette expert, professional image consultant. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
Thank you for having me. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
In fact, I love your new office. Honestly, I remember the old one where I used to go.
Yeah.
Wake Up Nigeria, but this is amazing.
Yeah.
So well
You're
done.
welcome. You're welcome. So you're gisting with us today, right? So, the Minister of State for Foreign Affairs, Bianca Ojukwu, has taken to her social media handle to reflect on the infamous slap Ola she gave former Anambra State First Lady Ebele Obiano at the inauguration of Anambra State Governor Charles Soludo on 17th March 2022. What are your thoughts on the post by the Honorable Minister of State for Foreign Affairs herself? Do you think it's necessary or unnecessary? Do you think the minister is being troublesome? You can join the conversation and call us on 02016352013 or 09024163440 or tweet us at TVC Connect using the hashtag YourViewTVC. So I saw the video and it was carried by different blogs. So I wasn't sure who posted the video. I just felt some people just wanted to be mischievous by, you know, taking us back to that incident that happened. Only for me to hear that she was the one who posted the video herself, more like celebrating what had happened in the past. And I was asking myself, is this how women are supposed to support women? Is this how leaders should behave? Of course, we know what happened, and we wanted to believe that they made mistakes to come out in the public space to show that kind of behavior. And I was thinking in my head that they may have taken responsibility for the parts they played in that sort of national disgrace. Only for me to see that it seems like one person is still chilling and gloating that, I showed somebody Pepe. YK, what do you think about this matter?
You know, at the time that this thing happened, I was in support, complete 100% support of Bianca. I mean, you don't come and slap me where I'm sitting down. You must collect me. So there were people that were saying, you just, God give me the power to return the slap 20 times.
Yeah.
I was in 100% support of her. But now, that water has passed under the bridge. Yeah. I think she should have been magnanimous and forget about it. I don't think, I think it's in bad taste. Celebrating the slap 2 years later.
Slamiversary. Slapiversary. The slapiversary. Yes.
I mean, if she has celebrated it after 1 year, but it's now 2 years. Is it 2 years or 4 years?
You're right.
It's a long time.
Since 2022.
It's a long time.
Yeah.
So she's celebrating.
Yeah. It's in 2025. That's 3. Come on. That's petty.
Yeah.
That's petty. And I know they're going through their own trials and tribulations with EFCC, at least the husband. I don't know if they've thrown the case out yet. So I think at one point you should rise above that. My own 2 cents. So I mean, she's minister for something.
Foreign affairs.
Foreign affairs. Come on, you have heavy issues. You have to deal with Donald Trump. Shouldn't you be
sort out Nigerians that are stranded everywhere in the world?
Stranded everywhere. You are celebrating someone slapping. No.
Bad taste.
Bad taste.
What are your thoughts?
Me that I'm fasting. Shouldn't people have just left me on top of this conversation?
You came to work.
Because if I have loved you before over something, I don't come and change it. That slap was the one I enjoyed. You know, then I'm still enjoying it. You know, it's just for those of us who really enjoyed it to remind us that, you know, she didn't get away with the bullying. You know, I don't like bullies. I like it when, if one opportunity in a lifetime, bully is bullied. I enjoy it, and so I think it's okay that she's reminding herself and encouraging other victims of bullies around the world. You know that.
Is that how you're changing?
It's a cause. It's a humanitarian cause.
Yeah, because that woman, that day, if that woman had gotten away with that bullying, I for big gogan. That's the anniversary will now be that. Girl.
I collected the slap.
That she was able to get away with bullying somebody who will now make a minister for foreign affairs, of state for foreign affairs. For no good. So now that we have a good video that we can use to encourage children and, you know, other victims everywhere, in workplaces, in politics, in party, and everything. Why not?
I'm totally dying here.
They should do a 10 years anniversary, another 5 years anniversary.
I'm totally dying here, Nima.
I didn't want to say what I felt, but she's not going to call me now.
Because she has to speak the truth because she's fasting.
Okay.
Can't lie.
Maria, what do you think about this?
Okay, so at the time it happened, I thought it was in such bad taste. I could not believe that at a whole ration we had 2 big women, as we like to describe, you know, women in politics or women in the public eye, would resort to violence in front of the whole world. I thought it was the worst thing ever. And there's a way I've always looked at Bianca. I just see her as a woman who is truly classy and above all sorts of petty behavior.
With some dangbana in between.
So I even remember
missing that part.
No, wait. Why and I
dangbana.
actually disagreed on that. I wasn't on the show when you talked about it, but I thought, I did not even understand why YK thought it was a good thing. But over the years, and after this reminder, and looking at the video again, if we were to take away how embarrassing it was at that time, in hindsight, I think she was in the right to defend herself. I just wish she wasn't in front of the whole world. But it's important.
Slap her in front of the whole world.
No, listen to what I'm trying to say, YK. That she did that, in defense of herself. She was first bullied. I saw a better video, like she came onto her and came right into her face.
The real video came out later.
So, yes, when I now saw the real video, I saw that that's what she did. She protected herself. We are not foolish people now. That we are quiet, that we are classy, that we are elegant, that does not mean we are stupid
like Jesus Christ that can do
that. Even Jesus Christ showed
some people, yes, at some point.
No, about the anniversary.
Slap me.
No, but he's still carrying
but after the second, if it's not the cheek because it was her head, if it was not
the no Bible.
Anyway, for me, concerning the anniversary, I don't think it's in poor taste. I think it's important to remind people of their bad behavior. Why have we said in this country we have some issues? Because there was a time we took away history from our school curriculum. And when there's no history, we don't tell those stories. People don't learn. Many times there are people who have been celebrated, and we know these are people celebrated for bad behavior. They get away with so many things, But when something happens to good people, kind people, they tend to want to put it aside. It's petty. It's too petty. We shouldn't talk about it. It's not good behavior. It's not good etiquette, And because it's not all that, sometimes being a good person, a person with etiquette, we allow bad people get away with bad behavior. We allow people that have behaved badly to carry their shoulder up and say, because the person did not talk. It's not because the person didn't, but the person did not talk in public. So you carry your shoulder up and say, after all, I slapped her and nothing happened, But this one will remind you that there's a time and place where you will stand up and perform that your bad behavior in front of the world, and it will be
and you'll be put in your place.
And you'll be put in your place, and the whole world will see it, and every year it will be celebrated to remind others who think like you or want to think like you that there are consequences for bad behavior. So for me, I think she's done it well. Yeah, I think it's a good anniversary.
So let me come to the doctor call my name.
She said, let us read what she said so that we don't, she did not say celebrate. She says, as the saying goes, pink butterflies, especially those with oversized wings or inflated egos, must never fly too dangerously close to the flame. So as bad as your behavior is, we acknowledge it's there, but please don't fly too close to the flame because it will burn. That's what she's saying.
Dr. Janet, please, what are your thoughts on this? Because these ladies are shocking me today. They're shocking me out of my seat.
They're shocking me too. We good people.
Good people like us.
Yes, you're all good people.
Dr. Janet,
honestly,
it's your goodness that inspired
I
us.
remember that video, and it's been a while, so I'm so shocked that it's coming back again. And when I watched it, then I watched it, I'm like, whoa, what just happened? Like, did this really happen in public with, important dignitaries like this? I felt it was quite shameful at the time, because these women are supposed to be representing us. And if they are doing this in public, what are they expecting those watching them to think or to do when they are in that circumstance? It's not to say that we are foolish, and it's not to say that if somebody comes and pokes you in the eye, you're not going to poke them back. But there is a way and a means of doing some of these things, and it's not violent, like you rightly said. Coming back to celebrating 2 years here, I really wonder what the objective is. I really want to know what her goal is, because I see us, even us sitting here, we are mentoring from a distance. People are watching us. This program is highly celebrated. You are all mentors from a distance. People are admiring you, emulating you, wanting to be like you in the future, wanting to establish careers like this.
I didn't ask them to.
No. There are some great things that you're doing.
I do anyhow.
There are great things that you're doing that people are watching. So I'm looking at this like, what exactly are you trying to achieve here? Are you trying to tell us that ladies, violence is okay? Or are you trying to tell us that, okay, there are consequences for your bad actions, but couldn't she have done it in a better way?
How else?
So
made a post without
made a
posting the
post.
video.
Can I ask a question?
No, let's ask how she would do it a
because I
better
was
way.
going to say that when I interrupted BC initially. You know, when we were young girls, we had instances where our parents held us to some standards. I come from a home where if you vent outside, my parents say you've embarrassed them, even if you were justifiably venting. So you will now come, maybe somebody has already cheated you, you cannot fight. And I'd never let it go. The best one is that if you curse me, I curse you. You slap me, I slap you. That way, two of us will now come and talk. I can let that one go. It goes immediately. Once they say sorry, you to hug yourself, it ends. But you see that one that you slapped me, they now held my own hand. And then they now brought us, we now talk, now say both of you don't fight again. No. Be careful, though. So hold on now, So what happens is that growing up with that, a lot of children will just lose their morale because our parents those days, they will just, they will hold you to that standard and that's all, your family name, your this and that. And you have an unfinished, you never find closure, unfinished matter. Because especially when the other person knows how to do like this, I slap you that day, nothing happened. Yeah. You know the way children are. Yeah. So this for me.
But they're not children anymore.
Hold on.
Hold on,
we are coming somewhere.
Finish, I want
so
to
this was an inauguration. Imagine, just imagine that
was wrong.
And the word she was using. I don't want to that B word. She was using it with classlessness.
She was
and that she did it as the outgoing first and that she went back to her seat as the outgoing first and that she sat down. Got away with it, and the other one now sat like one bird that they poured water.
I don't believe she sat down. I don't see.
I met the bully who walked all the way from her corner to another person's corner, bully her, go back to her seat, and the other one just sat and feels bad. How we want to look at in the house?
So
with the children
there are so many
elevated her.
Can I ask you just one question?
Yes, please go ahead.
And it's for all of us here.
Yeah. Okay.
What is your personal brand?
What's your what?
Your personal brand. How do you want people to perceive you? And that is up to us. We are our own ambassadors. The truth is, you either want to be perceived in a positive light or in a negative light. And there are consequences for your actions. Yes,
the middle light.
There are circumstances where
that was positive for her. She's now Minister of Foreign Affairs.
Yes, that's why I said everybody.
Are you sure?
No. The truth is, you're a public figure. How do you really want people to see you out there? That is it. So there will be circumstances where things happen, that's life. And we have a bad hair day. But personally, if somebody did that to me, I don't know if I would go out there and start fighting like that because I don't want my brand out there to be, I don't want to be in disrepute, right?
Yeah,
and I don't want people to look at me.
Can I ask you a question?
Sweetie, before we ask you
said that.
Is that how you want people to perceive you?
Okay, wait.
I don't care how they perceive me.
Thank you.
If you slap me, I slap you.
What?
But you will collect. Yeah. Maybe you did it in a more elegant way.
No,
she slapped her back with class. No, we can watch the video. Bianca slapped her back with class. Brought her head down, dragged the wig. And she never even had her. And Agele did not shift one bit. She had choice.
Gele not even move.
Interesting.
How do you want to be perceived? That's a very
Which
strong
my Gele
question.
on point when I'm defending myself.
We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Now you can catch up with your favorite programs on TVC. Log on to www.youtube.com/TVC Entertainment. Join the fun.
TVC Communications, Nigeria's leading independent broadcast company, has been officially designated as a great place to work. Over the past few years, we have transformed our workplace into one which is respectful, caring, rewarding, and provides great benefits to all our 500 employees. We thank our team for giving us the chance to show that partnership between employer and employee really works. TVC Communications, officially designated as a great place to work, and now the only broadcasting and media company not just in Nigeria but throughout continental Africa to be fully certified. TVC Communications, a great Nigerian company, a great Nigerian place to work.
Do you think you can outplay me in this game of wits and knowledge? Can you go 7 rounds without flinching? I meant answering 7 questions correctly. How well can you hold your liquor? If you're curious, then join us for the most exciting conversation and games with your favorite celebrities on 7 of 7.
Welcome to Pure Entertainment. What would you like to order from our menu today? We have the regulars.
So let me go and look for my jam.
My 20 was 320. I suppose don't be one medical.
At this point, I contest my jam.
I want to close the show.
I can go. I can.
That's all we can take.
I choose
to close the show.
Ladies and gentlemen, number 1 unavailable by Davido featuring Musa Keys.
We also have today's chef special.
Yo, shine, 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 shiny, yeah. Say recap done, and it's time for number 1 on the countdown. One of Nigeria's hottest artists right now. His name
YK is demonstrating how she would have carried out her own slap these women. So you were saying something. You asked a very important question, which is how do we want people to perceive our brands?
And I wanted to add to that, we all have an element of craziness in us. And if you touch that button, that sensitive button, there's something that will come out. I would like to ask you, would you slap in public?
Yeah. So let me go first.
If you catch me
in response to your question. So for a very long time, I didn't care how I was perceived. I was just being me, right? Which meant that I would show up on my good days. I'll show up on my bad days. There was a post I made recently. I said, I am not love and light. I am love and hate, light and darkness. I embody everything. I've come to understand that I have my self, I have my shadow self, I have my higher self. And the work I'm doing right now is to integrate everything so that I experience life as it is. That means, and I'm also a life coach. So the expectation is, because you're a life coach, you coach people to meditate, to do this, to do that. There are certain things you shouldn't do. There are certain ways you shouldn't respond when things happen to you and all of that. And I say that expectation is not for me. Don't put me on a pedestal. I'm a human being. I can wake up on my bad side. And I show that. I come out boldly without makeup, the way I am, waking up in the morning. While I'm doing the video, I'm removing the dirt in my eye. That's how I want to show up. And that's what gives me that freedom. So I don't want people to hold me to a certain standard that if I fall tomorrow, it becomes, she disappointed. The days I'm good, I'm good. The days I'm bad, I'm bad. Kindness, I have. Goodness, I have. Madness, I have. So if someone comes up to my space, so I've never really fought in my life, I find a way to remove myself from the situation. But if you come into my personal space and you throw your hand first, you will collect. Because that is who I am. That is who I am. And it doesn't matter how you perceive me afterwards. I never pretend to be what I am not. So don't put me in a box where, because you are a coach, I'm a human being first. You are a coach, so you shouldn't slap back. I will slap back because you hit something that triggered something. No, I said I will remove myself from the situation if I can. But if you hit me, no, you cannot hit me first and go away scot-free. Now you first hit me now, you will collect. So let me leave it for the other ladies to, give their own.
When two people, when somebody slaps you, and then you slap back, my mother's language, I'm now wearing my mother's voice. And both of you now start to drag. Both of you are now pigs fighting in the mud. And then you are blamed. But my mom in her corner never liked her kids being bullied. Whenever you come out, they say, when they slap, what do you do? Then when the person's mother now is because you fought outside in public. Like,
double messaging.
I don't understand. I was 13 in SS1 and I had this slap experience and they got away with it.
Ouch.
After that,
still they paying you.
They paying me.
Since 13.
I never let him go.
Man.
There were 9 boys.
And we're calling now Bianca. Do you know how many years anniversary
they slapped silly out of me. I saw stars.
Did you deserve it though?
No, I didn't.
How do we know
We were
now?
junior students. I was a senior student. We got on a public bus and I was in the senior uniform. I was fresh and happy about it. I made it. And then and then they wanted to sit on my seat. As a senior student in command, I wasn't going to get up for a person in shorts. It's not possible.
No wonder.
So I said, no, you know your place. And that was all I said.
That beat you.
They went to juniors. They give me. As I got down there, the first slap, I wasn't prepared. I heard, BOW!
Wow.
Then I saw blue, red, everything, rainbow. As I was trying to recover from that slap, all my friends, because I always go home in a group, I always had my own gang. They deserted me. It was only my sister that was shouting, help, help, and she couldn't do nothing. They beat
too funny.
Tilly out of me. And I remember that I waited for him. So he's a Jehovah's Witness family. And he came with his family to my house one day and knocked the door. The Lord loves you. I said, you, this boy, in front of his wife, I said, they did not love you. This part I have not finished. And I'm sure that if we come to life again, I will still be carrying that God for him. He never rested in my mind. So
but
I'm
as
not
an adult now.
So what's
if I were to meet that boy,
you leave that boy first. Somebody comes into your space as an adult.
Let
why
her finish.
now that
To meet that boy,
now that I have my own power, let me tell you something. If somebody were to slap me with a gang of 9 like that boy, that I could do nothing, you should be expecting a gang of 29. I will come to your house because that matter never finish. How dare you come and slap me unjustifiably? Because when we went to school, I don't do this advocacy matter from small. I went to the authorities. I carry my matter on my head, and the soldier that was supposed to be in charge of such an issue was their friend.
So
I went from office to office, and then the VP admin, who was supposed to be my own person, who was a senior, more senior officer, had gone on leave.
So you didn't get justice.
I never got
so
justice.
that's what hurt you.
So that's
More
how
than
it
the slap
feels
even.
for every victim. So imagine that pepper body strut waka with your butterfly wings all the way to my corner where that woman was seated. She was, trying to have some class. Her gele, everything, just minding herself. She must have been saying words and that one would have been hearing. That's what so they pay. All those, see her, doing all of those things. Must have been flying in the air. And that one just be like, God save you that you don't come here. And eventually you come. It's okay. But shall come and thank God for this anniversary. We are keeping it. We are going to do 5.
We're keeping it real.
Yeah, we are going to do 10 years anniversary so that people like that will be watching and know. They will know. I don't remember any boy from school, but I remember that boy.
Yeah.
Amazing. Yeah, who was going to answer again? Your authenticity. How do you want to show up?
What's your brand?
What's your brand?
You slap me, I slap you.
That's your
God
brand
no
image.
vex.
God no vex. Ojoro cancel. Ojoro didn't cancel. That's the thing. Do me, I do Ojoro cancel. Level don't flat. But we never got. No.
Ojoro
didn't cancel.
I still say that. I mean, for my own entertainment, I'm watching the video. It's entertaining, but I still say I feel she should have risen above.
Yeah, reposting it. Yeah.
But for my entertainment, I love watching the video. I love watching her collect the slap. You know, because I believe she deserved the slap without any doubts in my mind.
Yeah.
If Bianca had not slapped her, even if I meet her, because I don't know her, but if I meet her, 10 years later, I will say, how can they slap you like that now?
And you
don't collect, and you don't return. Me, I don't care which brand, what brand.
So that's your brand.
That's your brand.
No brand.
I have no brand.
Most of us are of your brand. Even a class in Nigeria. You know that Mrs. Janet is our etiquette.
Yes. We come to Janet. We have a caller on the line.
Let me talk like Nigeria. Do you know who I am?
Hey, wait, we know who you are.
Who am I?
My father will wake up from his grave and beat me.
Yakubu is on the line. Good morning, Yakubu.
I swear we'll beat you.
Good morning.
Obi, I think I totally agree with Sister Nima this morning.
Oh, wow.
It's not allowed. For you to allow somebody to give a slap and then the person goes scot-free. In fact, Kwani even said that if you slap you at right
raise
side,
and defend yourself. That's what jihad is about. You must get up and defend
you
yourself.
get it. So, for me, the Bianca came out now and then started celebrating. What of if she does not do that in that very particular day? She will
the video
do
go
that for long. Because if you remember that very particular day that, hello?
We can hear you.
I hear you.
Hello?
We can hear you.
Yeah, she'll be living for that for long. That wow, in public I collect slap without not giving my own back. See, I love what this woman did. In fact, I watched that video that day. It's because the other person passed her boundary. He passed her boundary. See, especially it has happened to someone I knew before. Especially whereby two people are fighting. And then if they give you a clap, and then they head on to your hand, they don't allow you to give your own back. But in the place of settling each other, they okay, don't fight again. The person makes sure that he retaliates at the point of settling them and giving that person his own back and then he's not paying the better person.
I think that's how they should resolve such issues.
They didn't allow him to do that. They may even do worse.
Yeah.
When nobody will
Thank you, Yakubu.
I think I totally follow the woman. She did the right thing.
Yeah, I think parents, for instance, I'll come to you. Parents, for instance, should resolve these issues better. So 2 kids just come to me now. One slapped, and okay, it's okay. Instead of just doing it's okay, who slapped? Did you get an opportunity to slap back? No, or you slap your own back. You slap back, and then it resolves easier that way. So that one person is not going with resentment, I did not get an opportunity to slap my own back. I think that would help us, cancel this 0-0.
My father's way with his wives was first touch.
Okay.
Not that you will slap the person back.
Okay.
First touch. So that means if I slap you, if I slap you first, I will get the punishment.
Okay. The other person will not be punished. Okay.
But I will get the punishment
because you hit first.
So that's this woman did first touch. She got what she deserved. Where I don't agree is the returning is the
celebration.
Anniversary. Slapiversary, according to her.
Okay. So for me is, I was not raised to be violent. I don't agree in violently retaliating, but I believe in justice. So because we're asking if children were involved, how would you handle it? So if someone hits you, I'll make sure you get justice, which is that person will be punished for that. I will not put you in a position where you become like that person and resort to violence. I will dignify you for taking the right step of saying, look at what has been done, and I'll dignify you by making sure that that person is punished. That person understands what they've done. They understand the consequences. They'll perform the punishment and write you an apology letter or apologize to you in front of everyone. So it's the lack of justice that makes people feel angry. Even Nima's story, if you listen to it, is the fact that first her friends deserted her. You know, sometimes you'll be going through things, someone is bullying you and everybody starts turning their faces away. And, oh, just let it go. That is not peace. That is you being a hypocrite and a liar, because you can see someone who is behaving badly but you decide to turn your face around. So if you want to be a good friend, when something is done wrong, whether to you or to your friend or even to someone you don't like, you stand for what is right. And then make sure that the person, if there's a punishment that that person deserves, the person gets it. And if she had gotten that support from friends, the support from the school authorities, the story she'll be telling today will be different. You know, she'll be talking about how the school stood up and showed a bully you know, the best way, you know, how not to be a bully anymore. But she's angry because no one saw her part and they allowed her to be a victim. Nobody wants to be a victim. So for me, I don't think that my initial response, I would be caught unawares, would be to get up and slap you, because my own initial innate is to always treat kindly. I always give people a benefit of the doubt. There must be something happening, you know. She must not be thinking right. She must not, that's just who I am. But have I found myself in situations where I wish I wasn't that way? Yes, I have. But I've seen that over the years, sometimes when you look back, you know, you look back and you're proud of yourself, especially in cases where you have gotten justice. And where I cannot get justice by violence, whatever, I'll try other ways to make sure that I get my justice. But I don't think I'm going to slap.
We'll take a short break. When we come back, you read the message.
Please, I hope I don't lose it too.
We'll be right back, please.
I want to even add a little bit.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Now you can catch up with your favorite programs on TVC. Log on to www.youtube.com/TVC Entertainment. Join the fun.
TVC Communications, Nigeria's leading independent broadcast company, has been officially designated as a great place to work. Over the past 3 years, we have transformed our workplace into one which is respectful, caring, rewarding, and provides great benefits to all our 500 employees. We thank our team for giving us the chance to show that partnership between employer and employee really works. TVC Communications, officially designated as a great place to work, and now the only broadcasting and media company not just in Nigeria but throughout continental Africa to be fully certified. TVC Communications, a great Nigerian company, a great Nigerian place to work.
Do you think you can outplay me in this game of wits and knowledge? Can you go 7 rounds without flinching? I meant answering 7 questions correctly. How well can you hold your liquor? If you're curious, then join us for the most exciting conversation and games with your favorite celebrities on 7 of 7.
Welcome to Pure Entertainment. What would you like to order from our menu today? We have the regular.
So let me go and look for my jammies. Sorry.
YK has to be paying fine on this show. So you wanted to quickly take your comment so I come to Jenny.
Yes, this comment because it concerns our guest. But before I take it, I have to read this one from Truth is Truth. Out of 5 slap, the funny one is the rhetorical slap.
5.
It's the kind of slap you give someone to someone that does not need an answer. The person will just ask, "Did you just slap me?"
Yeah.
So this is from Minatipi. She says, he or she, "I wonder what is going through the mind of the guest. She looks so shocked."
She's embarrassed.
Are you shocked?
I had to read it so you can answer.
I'm like, okay, so this is it. All of us here are responding spontaneously. Like, you know what? If this thing happens to me, of course I'm going to slap her back. What do you mean? Why would I get? Why should she get away with that? No, absolutely not. But you see, I love what you said about, do you really want to be seen as that kind of person? I truly believe in justice. But I don't know about an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth, because sometimes there are consequences.
That's
Not
just
in the Bible,
right?
in the Bible, yes.
Yes.
It's in the Bible.
So at the end of the day, it's how do you want to receive that justice, or how do you want that justice to come out? You see, this thing about this lady should have given a public apology.
Yes.
For all of us to see public, I want a public apology so that the whole world will rise up and support Bianca and say, yes, if you don't give us that public apology, no, we will never look at you, we will never have regard for you, we will never respect you, you know? Because the truth is, what if it was the First Lady of the Federal Republic of Nigeria? What would we be thinking right now? Is that the right thing for us to be thinking? Would we be saying our First Lady, yeah, I mean,
depending on her brand.
Thousands of years later, we're all going to be referring to First Lady. Can you imagine what she did?
The slapping lady.
I have to ask you this question.
Yes.
The First Lady.
Yes.
Somebody will go and slap the First Lady. They don't need to slap her back. First Lady doesn't need to slap her back because the soldiers will wipe her away from there. So there's no you cannot compare.
But she may have a spontaneous reaction to it.
Bianca was not First Lady. Bianca was not anything. She was just a guest.
No, YK, you're missing the point.
No,
I understand.
if she was a leader,
if she was a first lady, even just look at that. But her response is YK's response. Her brand is, you come for me, I come for you. So before she even remembers that she even has soldiers, she has given her power.
She cannot even reach where First Lady is.
Yes. But we also have President Trump.
We're saying
we have a president whose brand is fire for fire. So what I see here is I think people should just be original to themselves. We all can be the same. So we're trying as much as possible to teach our children to do better, but we also need to give ourselves grace that sometimes we would fall. And that's what happens in many cases. My own pain is reposting the video. So I would have given no, they pay me. I would have given the slap back, but going back to my clothes. So the first response I usually give is that one I feel is authentic to me. It may not be, but that's just my response to issues. But when I go back and sit down and I reflect, that's usually not my response. That's why I behave differently when I have thought about a matter. If I've not thought about a matter, you will just see me vibrating. When I now go to my closet and I process the issue and I realize, this is not the way to go, right? So it, like you rightly said, spontaneous reaction, right? Now, if I've done that spontaneous reaction as a leader, going back home, I would be ashamed of myself. Shouldn't I have just walked away and allowed? I'm just telling you, that's how my thought process goes. I said, like that's how the process goes. So hold on before you ask this question. We're teaching our younger people to
I don't think you keep saying younger people. We can teach adults, full-grown people to do differently. Not constantly saying fitting our young. No, but it's possible.
You know, BC, as a lawyer, I'm embarrassed to say
human beings can change if they take accountability.
So somebody can
And sometimes you've gotten to a certain age, and not because of any fault of yours, just the environment, how you understood life, how you were taught, and then you find yourself in a whole different situation, and you're understanding better. As an adult, you can take the steps to do better. So for me, the reason why she is celebrated, if this woman, that woman that first slapped Bianca, Mr. Obiano, had publicly apologized, and Bianca posted this video, I would say that was tasteless. But she has still not apologized for her bad behavior. In fact, there's a video of her causing chaos on a plane as well. You know, brandless brands. That anywhere she enters, they push her while to fight them back. So, you know, so this post for me is just showing that there is a pattern of behavior, and if you misbehave in some places, you may get away with it, but there are some places that you would have to face your consequences. That's all that post is saying.
Just imagine a young girl out there sees this video and, like you said, yeah, I like the way you slapped her back. 2 years down the line, you see the video and she's still hailing, yeah, and she gets into a situation similar to that, and her first reaction is pow, 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 pow. Guess what? We're in the virtual age, and these videos that we're seeing online are there for life. She now wants to get her dream job. And companies, because I'm into HR, we go online and we start Googling you. That video now comes up. Hello, is she going to get the job? They're going to look at this kind of character and behavior. And a lot of people are losing opportunities by virtue of what they have done in the past. It comes back to haunt them 10 years down the line. And so you need to be very careful with what you put out there. If it's a public place, please be careful.
This brings me to my question that I've been wanting to ask you since.
I'm ready.
That slap got high. She's now Minister of Foreign
Affairs. That's not why she's minister now.
Let's not political. But what she said.
Excuse me.
That's not why.
If it was, they must have seen the slap.
Yes, they did.
Before they gave her the job.
Yes, it didn't matter.
So they must have said yes. They must have said before they get. Yes, this is the person that will defend us.
Yes.
When we give her the job in the foreign world.
So she will go about slapping all our...
She don't slap, but she will fight for Nigeria.
I'm sure she has some level of credibility that got her to that place.
Yes.
Not the slap.
No. She did not look for trouble.
Yeah, wait. I also believe
Bianca did not look for trouble.
Okay. I also believe in destiny, yes. I'm telling you, if I come and you don't give me the job because I went to fight outside, I was not destined to get the job. I will create my own opportunity and I will blow.
How about, for instance,
we have to go.
No way. You know how the court systems are slow.
Yeah.
As a lawyer, I'm embarrassed to say that people slap people and they want to file an assault suit. They'll say, yeah, sorry. And sorry is what finishes it. But if we had more precedents of you slap, and the court is not saying, and the court even has punitive damages they give, apart from, you proving that you suffered any damage as a result of that slap medically. He slapped me and the court says,
for
slapping
that have led to death.
Yeah, those are eggshell rules.
So let me get your final words. We have to go. The producers are on me. Yes. What is your so you are an etiquette queen. I've watched your show for a very long time. Executive coach.
No wonder.
Talking etiquette and all of that. So what do you think how do you think we should present ourselves, our brand, especially those of us in leadership positions going forward?
Absolutely. Women that are here today, no. There's something I always advocate, and that's executive presence. And that's what's going to open doors for you, and that's what's going to accelerate your success and your career. If you have a strong executive presence, a strong brand, people will find you more credible, people will find you more authentic, people will have more trust in you. Indeed, we have our bad hair days, right? And sometimes we go a little bit low. I say everybody has an element of madness. But as a woman, and what I always do when I'm teaching and I'm doing executive coaching with my clients, it's really about how can you put your best foot out there? How can you showcase, how do you show your character, your charisma, your trust, integrity? What is it that you need to do that will make people see, like, and love you? It's got a lot to do with your gravitas. How do you carry yourself? It's got a lot to do with the way you communicate. How do you effectively communicate your ideas, your perspectives, which is what you're all doing here today. And it's about your appearance as well. It's not about dressing up $1 million. No. It is really about how do you present yourself? What is, again, the perception you leave in the minds of people? A lot of people don't have Fortune 500 jobs led by women because we don't look look the part, we don't act the part. Looking and acting the part is very important for men to say, let this woman represent us. Let this woman be our chairman. Let this woman be our leader. And so women out there, don't sell yourself short. All right? Try and put your best foot forward and present yourself the best, true, authentic you.
Did you see the two members of the house, the women that were fighting in the house?
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Dr.
I actually
Janet.
want to give you a gift. I want to tell people out there, I want to offer an executive coaching program for 4 weeks to any lucky winner of your choice.
Wow.
Yes,
Amazing.
of your choice. And of course, I'm going to give all of you something to remember me by. Etiquette.
Etiquette.
Yes. Do you know what it is? Okay.
Thank you.
Oh, yes, for your
use
bag.
that For your bag. Don't put your bag on the floor next time.
Thank you so much. That's how we can take on this segment. When we come back, we move on to another segment.
Put it
Stay
at
with
the
us.
edge of the table and hang your bag.
Yes, lovely.
Oh,
Thank you.
like
Like nice
You're
restaurants do that for you, but
Stay tuned. Your view will be right back.
Time is game on. Meet my SureBet Game Changer, made from natural ingredients to deliver game-changing chicken aroma and taste for my whole team.
Mom, why did we not use this before?
Upgrade your chicken game with game-changing chicken flavor from Maggi Chicken.
At break time, when my champ needs to keep going, he's going to need his favorite snack, containing calcium, iron, and fiber.
Milo and the empowerment for me.
Sex can make your relationship better.
no.
Sex can never be overrated.
It is needed.
Especially when it's good sex too.
I has been with somebody's girlfriend.
But they are for all of us now.
That's why you're still single.
I would not agree or disagree with that because I don't want to get into trouble. I have a home to go to.
Your next question.
Oh, you ready to fail?
Who is the person that used to sus? What is his name?
That woman.
Damn.
Yeah,
Today we'll go here.
Hey.
Let's catch up now.
I'm sure we've been able to satisfy your cravings, yeah? Stay good. TVC Entertainment for pure entertainment.
Now you can catch up with your favorite programs on TVC. Log on to www.youtube.com/TVC Entertainment. Join the fun.
TVC Communications, Nigeria's leading independent broadcast company, has been officially designated as a great place to work. Over the past 3 years, we have transformed our workplace into one which is respectful, caring, rewarding, and provides great benefits to all our 500 employees. We thank our team for giving us the chance to show that partnership between employer and employee really works. TVC Communications, officially designated as a great place to work, and now the only broadcasting and media company not just in Nigeria but throughout continental Africa to be fully certified. TVC Communications, a great Nigerian company, a great Nigerian place to work.
Thanks for staying with us. So joining us is the Ambassador of the Republic of Tunisia to the Federal Republic of Nigeria, His Excellency Moshin Antit. He will be letting us into the world of 55 years old Nigeria-Tunisia diplomatic relations, most especially in the areas of trade, business, tourism, and cultural exchange. Welcome to the show, Your Excellency.
Thank you very much. Thank you for your welcome.
So how long have you been in Nigeria? How has it been for you?
So I have been here, of course, for 14 months now.
Oh, that's
yesterday I have done my 14 months, and I came here on the 19th of January 2024. And since then have been discovering the country and dealing with all the levels of international relations and bilateral relations between Nigeria and Tunisia. So we started with Abuja, then we went to Kano. Today we are in Lagos. So we still continuing, of course, our efforts in order to enhance the cooperation between our two brotherly countries.
Yeah, amazing.
So do you have Tunisians in Nigeria? Because we only remember you from the CAFCOM. So do you have your people living here?
Yeah, we have a small community in Nigeria, but the majority of the Tunisian community is spread over 4 countries in Western Africa. Côte d'Ivoire, Senegal, Nigeria, Benin. Because I'm ambassador to the Federal Republic of Nigeria, to Ghana, to Benin, and to Sierra Leone.
Oh, wow.
And I'm also representative of my country within ECOWAS.
Okay.
So this is giving me more length, of course, to go deeper with our relations, profiting from this situation in order to enhance this kind of bilateral relation between Nigeria and Tunisia, of course.
So I'm sure you've been in Nigeria 14 months, so you must know that one of our biggest qualities is that we're hospitable people.
Yeah,
very kind to foreigners. But we would like to know, how would you describe your people? Would Nigerians going to Tunisia find them as hospitable as we are?
Yeah, of course. I mean, I met with the Tunisian community in Nigeria, in Benin, in other parts of Nigeria. I mean, in Lagos. Yesterday, of course, I met some of them in Lagos. So we are always meeting with people from Tunisia established in Abuja. So people are very happy. When they came here, of course, 20 years ago, they came for a few months, and they have been living here for 20 years now. Wow. So they are accustomed with traditions, accustomed with people here, and they got children, of course, who are born in Nigeria, and they are clinging to the cultural life in brotherly Nigeria.
Tunisians hospitable?
Yes, of course.
Do you have many Nigerians living in Tunisia?
Not really. It's not a great number. About hundreds, of course, of them are living there. So we are waiting for the appointment of an ambassador to Tunisia, because we're still waiting for this appointment for more than 1 year now. It's about one year and a half.
Waiki can do a
very good job in Tunisia,
of being ambassador.
But see, in what field are most Tunisians practicing in Nigeria? You see some in some fields, you see more Americans in the oil executives or oil and gas executives. You see more Americans. You see Indians in the food business and
Chinese.
So what aspect of society or economy do Tunisians prefer in Nigeria?
So it's I feel that it's not only strict society, but it's a multicultural society. Okay. So people are not only dealing with Nigerians themselves, but other binationals like Lebanese, like Turkish, like Indians, and people are behaving as if they were all Nigerians in only one land. You know that people are not really conscious that we are all Africans here, of course, on the continent, whether Tunisians, Lebanese, not Lebanese, but Egyptians, Tunisians, Algerian, Moroccan, of course, all of us, of course, are Africans, but we should have this state of mind, this consciousness that we live on the same land. You know that Tunisia, once upon the time, of course, was called Africa.
Yeah.
Africa, and it gave its name to the whole continent.
Yeah. This is not more called Africa.
Yeah?
It's not called Tunisia.
Tunisia.
This is the continent.
Okay, and this is to be kept in mind, of course. And it's not a coincidence that the embassy of Tunisia in Western Africa is based on Nigeria, not in Benin, not in Sierra Leone, not in Ghana, but because Nigeria is seen as a great country, a big brotherly country, so we should have, I mean, a tight relationship between this.
So what's that one thing you have noticed about Nigerians that you would like Tunisians to emulate?
Yeah, from the beginning, of course, we are somewhere, of course, informed with some aspects of, by others, some aspects of the Nigerian society, the Nigerian economy. But after 14 months of stay here, I'm accustomed to the kind of relationship I'm tied with people. And it became more and more easier for me to be acquainted with some information that are very useful to enhance the interrelationship between both countries. This is very, very important for an ambassador who is covering not only Nigeria but other countries, and he, as a diplomat, should be, of course, equal with everybody, while he's resident in only one country. So we should be a diplomat enough, of course, in order to be easier for him or for her, of course, to be equal with everybody.
Yeah. Okay. So you also announced direct flights between Nigeria and Tunisia that will commence in 2026. Are we still on track there? And how do you think this would help our bilateral relations?
Yes, this is a very important question, because the first time I met with His Excellency President Tinubu in April 2024, so the first question that was on the table was the air link between two countries in order to ease commerce, to ease trade, and to ease economic transactions between the two countries. So from that time on, we have been working on this question, and we promised to establish it as early as 2026.
Okay.
So this, I mean, air link will facilitate any form of economic relationship between Tunisia and Nigeria. Not only Nigeria, but also, I mean, the surrounding countries.
Okay.
Is it easy to get a visa to Tunisia?
Yeah, it's easier. We receive every year more than 600
These
files.
applications, wow.
Yeah, so 600 visa files, and we provide more than 90% of them.
Okay, amazing.
So this is a very positive view as far as visa and entry to the territory of Tunisia is concerned.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for joining us today. We've been speaking with the Ambassador of the Republic of Tunisia to the Federal Republic of Nigeria, His Excellency Moshin Anit. Thank you for joining us on the show.
Thank you very much. Thank you for your welcome.
We wish all the bilateral diplomatic relations the best, and we hope to be able to get that direct flight to Tunisia before 2026 is over. Thank you so much, ladies, for your contributions.
Will be done,
I hope you enjoyed the show like we did. We'll see you again tomorrow. Do enjoy the rest of the day. Bye-bye now.
Thank you. Thank you very much.